let's get American. Or at least let's get American in the company is based in America sense, not in the film sense, because the films are mostly Italian. But regardless, this time we're actually going to look at some American labels, or at least one American label. We're going to look at Grindhouse Releasing, which has been a favorite of mine long before I ever did reviews. Back when I used to just take whatever money I had, go to Hastings and buy horror movies. Loved Grindhouse Releasing, and I still do, and I'm glad that they're now releasing Blu-rays. The long-awaited Blu-ray from them, because I didn't think the Shameless one was that good, was Cannibal Holocaust. If I cannot drop my case while I show you this. This was Cannibal Holocaust. This was released on Blu-ray by them not long ago. You can see their really cool art on the cover of it. One of the more hardcore cannibal films, probably the cannibal film. A lot of animals die. The effects are so convincing that the director had to go to court. You know all that. I'm telling you stuff that you already know, but nonetheless, here's the type of stuff you get inside this. There's a reversible cover with an uncensored version of what you've seen on the front. There's a booklet here. I'm going to show you some of that, because some of that I'll probably get flagged for. But yeah, it's really cool. Not only do you get this done, I think that should be good enough. You get that uncensored on the reverse cover. Not only is this good enough, and Cannibal Holocaust is probably one of the coolest banned movies from the Video Nasty list you're ever going to find. You also get the soundtrack. There's the soundtrack, this is becoming a tradition of Grindhouse Releasing. That and the fact they put out stuff that looks good, which is always good when you can take stuff like this, which probably has no right looking good, and making it look good, because that looks 10 times better than the Shameless version does. Moving along to more current stuff, we have Lucio Fulci's, one of my personal favorites, The Beyond. Now, this is one I waited for, and I was so happy when it came out. And you get a little bit different versions of the art now. See, I like the fact that when you take out the slipcase, or take the disc, or whatever the case from the slipcase, it isn't just the same thing. They actually go out of their way to give you something different. And underneath this, of course, all you get is just, well, it looks like just some writing. It's like an essay or something about the movie, or about, whatever. It isn't a reversible cover, is what I'm trying to say. This is like one of the craziest movies I've ever seen in my life. When I was a kid, I used to watch this because we had it on a VHS tape. And it just totally used to bug me because I didn't know what was going on. There's also this, which I don't know why that's there, but that's in there for some reason. Case supposed to glow in the dark. Mine don't. Of course, mine's a review copy, so I guess maybe it was just one that didn't glow. Gets the soundtrack. When I got older and watched this, though, I totally dug what was going on when I finally could figure out that it was just like a door to hell, and that's why everything is so crazy. And I love the music and stuff, and you get all that here. And once again, like I said before with the Cannibal Holocaust one, it looks probably better than it should. I've never seen the Arrow version, although I do want it. I haven't got a chance to see it. But I hear that this looks better. So that's always that. To be honest, it's a great release for a great film. And next to Zombie, that's probably my favorite Lucio Fulci film. And I love everything about it, even the bleak ending, I guess you could say. I love the way it looks. I love the atmosphere, the vibe of it. One of my favorite films of all time right there with The Beyond. And the most recent Grindhouse Releasing Blu-ray I'm going to show you here is Cannibal Ferox. Probably next to Cannibal Holocaust, probably one of the most notorious Blu-rays you're going to find, or cannibal films, I should say, you're going to find. Not one of the most notorious Blu-rays because it looks good. But I'm going to show you guys this, and I'm going to trust that nobody's going to flag me because it's art. But there's the uncensored cover that you get when you remove the slip. And of course, like The Beyond, there isn't no reverse cover. There's a booklet that says "Make 'Em Die Slowly" with alternate title. Really, if you like Cannibal Holocaust, you're going to like this because it basically is the same stuff. I mean, it's got maybe a better plot. Maybe, I don't know if I could say better plot, but it's got more to the plot, I guess you could say. And then it just kind of does everything as a Cannibal Holocaust did. So, about the same. There's the soundtrack that comes with it. And this one has some of the better music, I think, which I've actually got the Wimley Static Records vinyl of the soundtrack as well. So, I know what you're getting there beforehand. That's good stuff. But if you've not jumped on the Grindhouse Releasing Blu-ray train, which you should have a long time ago, I suggest getting these for sure because they're in cool box sets. I think like the only other one, looking off to the side here, well, I'll go ahead and show it to you, was not like these. It's a Big Gun Down. It's kind of got a cool set. It's not done the same way, but the Big Gun Down is in a slip with the typical blue case, but it kind of did the same thing. Different cover under the slip case. Multi-disc holder case here with the DVD, the Blu-ray, and if I'm not mistaken, which I'm usually not, I think, well no, that's the Blu-ray. 2 versions of the film. Oh, it's 4 discs. 2, you know, that's something. 2 Blu-ray versions of the movie, a DVD, and finally at the end of it, the soundtrack is there. And this one has an alternative cover, if you want a cover that looks just like the slipcase. So that's the cool stuff they're putting out. I got more Grindhouse ones, but I'm not going to get into all of them here. But I mean, if you've not got these things, you should. I'm not even like that big on westerns, but this really made me want to watch more spaghetti westerns, which I've been doing since I've seen this. The Big Gun Down, man, it's got Lee Van Cleef in it, and really now I know if he's in it, you might as well watch it. So as far as spaghetti westerns go, this is really cool, and like everything that they put out, it looks really great. I can't recommend the Grindhouse Releasing stuff to you enough. So if you're a big horror fan, or maybe if you're a little bit on the fence about upgrading the Blu-rays and stuff, definitely get anything that Grindhouse Releasing puts out, because it's kind of like the Criterion of the horror world, I would say, especially now since they're going through this much trouble for the cases and stuff. They're going out of their way to make it look cool. And outside of that, man, I guess there really isn't much else to say besides like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check me out on ZombiesDon'tRun.net and get these movies. And hopefully, sometime really soon, I'll be doing one of these videos and I'll be showing the pieces, Grindhouse release of it on Blu-ray, because that's what I'm really holding out for. But until then, I'll see you guys later.